The next thing I'm going to do is install the crankshaft. Put a little bit of assembly oil or lube on the bearing surfaces. Slide the tapered side down in the left crankcase. Now I gotta make sure I got these in the right hole. Okay, so I need my right connecting rod in the front cylinder and my left connecting rod in the rear cylinder. So I got it backwards right now, so just switch those around. Just like that. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is put the oil filter bolt in the left crankcase half. I just lubed it up, new O-ring. Just sits in there until the cases get slapped together. Alright, so I got both halves sitting here. I cleaned up the mating surface with some carb cleaner, and I just sprayed it again with some carb cleaner so it can evaporate. I oiled up all these bearings, or I should say lubed them up with the assembly lube, including the crankshaft, thrust surface, and radial surface. So that's all ready to get thrown together. I'm just gonna lay a little bead of the RTV silicone. I'm using the black stuff. Not sure if it's ideal for this application, but I'm gonna try it out. And yeah, that's about it. Just realized I said carb cleaner, I meant brake cleaner. Okay, I'm gonna lay a bead of this black RTV gasket maker along the edge of this right crankcase half. I got quite a bit of this on here, so I'm just going to try and smear some of the excess off to make a nice thin coat. Right, I got that gasket smeared on there good enough. The knock pins are in place on the left crankcase. I'm just going to try and slide this right side over top, making sure my oil pump, or sorry, my water pump shaft lines up with the oil pump tab. Should be something like that. Alright, I got all the bolts on the left hand side started. I'm just going to torque them in the following order. So these big 9mm bolts, it'll go 1, 2, 3, and then we'll torque the smaller 6mm bolts. It'll be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And that'll be tight on that side. And I'm going to tighten up the right hand crankcase bolts. There's 4 of them. The 2 longer ones go inside here, and 2 shorter guys go on the outside here and here. And I'll just torque those guys up. Alright, now that the case is put together, the next thing to go on is the oil filter plate. So I have a new O-rings here and here. I'm going to put my gasket on there. oil filter plate. Get that lined up, put those fasteners in there. Right, got those bolts in there, they're torqued up, it's nice and solid. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is install the right side balancer. Before I can put that guy on, I got to put the idler sprocket on, and that just needs a little bit of moly grease on the shaft before it goes in there. And that just sits right there. I'm gonna lube up all the parts on this right balancer next. Put this washer in there. Set the gear in. Move up the needle bearing. Stick that in there. You just got to make sure that this retainer sits down inside that washer in there. It's in there good. So that's ready to go on. Okay, I kind of did that in the wrong order. Before I put that stuff inside this balancer, I need to line up this timing mark with the mark on the shaft, and the idler gear can't be put in there until this is in place already. So just line up those two marks, slide that guy back there, and put all the stuff inside. And I just gotta make sure that this seats all the way down in there. Perfect. Now I could put my idler shaft. Oh, no, that's gotta go in before this gear. There we go. Perfect. There, and everything's tied together. Except I forgot this. Son of a bitch. Forgot to slide this needle bearing in there with this gear, so I'll do it now. There. It's all tight. Okay, I'm just going to put some Loctite on this balancer bolt. And with this washer, tapered side facing inward, just thread that guy into the shaft. There we go. Okay, now I have to torque this bolt. In order to do that, I have to hold the shaft. So I got this part of the left side balancer on there. I'm just going to try and set a wrench in there like that and use that to hold the shaft while I torque on this side.